Hi everyone, today I wanted to show you the Winston Grammar Program. This is the basic level. This is really a unique grammar curriculum and I'm fairly new to it, so I'm going to just show you from my understanding and how I used it, how it all works. So first let's take a look at what you get with the curriculum, and then we're going to take a look inside and I'll explain a little bit about how the curriculum works, and then I'm going to actually walk you through one of the lessons. So the first thing that you are going to need are these little parts of speech cards. So this is the white one is for nouns, and on the back it has some images to help your child recognize that this is a noun, person, place, a thing, or an idea. And you know, nouns, you can usually tell a noun if you can put the or a number word in front of it. So I could say two cats, the cat, so I know cat is a noun. So you have your noun cards. Oops, dropping some of my article cards here. You also have article cards, and it tells you on the back, article, a, an, or the. You're also going to get some of these black cards here. They are black on both sides, and I'll show you what those are for in a little bit, but you need those black cards. You're also going to have some preposition cards, and obviously they have this nice square here to show you this is about position. Prepositions are telling you position. You're also going to get verb cards with some tips on the back there, adjective with some tips back there, and adverbs. And then you will have one interjection card, or at least that's all we got was one interjection card. All right, let me gather these back up and show you what else is in here. All right, you're also going to get these kind of instruction cards. There's instructions on one side and they're pretty much blank on the other. And your child uses these to kind of help them figure out what they need to do. So this is finding the verb, and then afterwards it says go to card number 2, which is blue. And then number 2, they are looking to see if the main verb is an action verb or a linking verb. And if so, they're going to go to card number 3, which is yellow, after they do that. And so you can kind of see it gives instructions and tells them which card to move on to. So I'm just going to go through those really quickly. You can see all of those cards. All right, so you're going to get those. You're also going to get the teacher's manual, and you will need a student workbook for each child that you have. So let's go ahead and take a look. We'll go ahead and look inside the student workbook first. All right, let's take a little look inside the student workbook. Like I said, you're going to need one workbook per child, and basically they're going to do one worksheet at a time, and it has, it gives them instructions up here. Put a check over the articles, underline the nouns once, and that is what they're going to do. On worksheet number 1, they're going to find all the articles and put a check over it, find all the nouns and underline them. And there is a front and a back for each worksheet. So let's just jump ahead a little bit more. Here's worksheet number 12. They need to identify all parts of speech that they've learned so far. They need to remember to write ADJ over the adjectives and ADV over the adverbs. And so they will go ahead and fill that out. And these they can rip out very easily, hole punch them, put them in a binder, but you do need one per student. All right, let's go ahead and look at the teacher's manual now. Here's the teacher's manual. Let's go ahead and take a look inside of that. It's going to tell you how to teach each lesson. And then it has the answers in the back. So here is lesson 1 that corresponds with worksheet 1. So I'm going to go ahead, open this up, and just kind of show you, here's worksheet 1 that your student's going to be doing. This is the lesson for that worksheet. So I'm just going to set that right up there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions. So it tells you what cards you're going to need. You're going to need the article card, a noun card, and the blank card. So you would take out the article cards. I'm sorry, those are the nouns. You'll take out the article cards, the noun cards, and the blank cards, because that's what it says to do in there. And then you would just follow through and just read through here. It gives you a possible script to read to your child if you need some help with that dialogue with them. It gives you a little model lesson, some samples here, and some possible problems that your child might have that you might need to address. And then it tells you here, move on to worksheet 1. So when you get to that point, then your child would go ahead and work independently on worksheet 1. And I found that it was sometimes helpful to do maybe the first 2 or 3 problems with my student, and then they could work independently on their own. So let me go ahead and jump to another lesson a little farther back. Here is a lesson for worksheet number 2. So you're going to need all of the cards except the blank cards, and here's the information that you're going to be teaching. So this one's really short and simple, and gives you a little sample that you can do with your student, and then just says to move on to worksheet number 22. The other thing here in the back of the book, see if I can get to the first, there we go. It does have the answer keys for the tests, the worksheets, and the quizzes. So here are the answers for like worksheet number 9. Let me just show you worksheet number 1 since we looked there. So here is the student worksheet. Here are the answers, and like I said, they were putting checks over the articles, underlining the nouns, and so it's going to give you the answers right there. So that's just a look inside the Winston Grammar Program. Let me do one lesson with you, because I think some of you, if you were like me when I saw this for the first time, I thought, exactly how are these supposed to be used and how are they supposed to help my child? I need to see how this all works together, so I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to be doing worksheet 1 as an example of a lesson that you would do with your child. It says that we need cards, that the article card, noun, and blank card. So I got those right here, article, noun, and the blank card. It says that we're going to be teaching new concepts, articles, and nouns. So we're going to be teaching about articles and nouns, and it gives you some kind of dialogue to have with your child, basically to let them know here each kind of card that you have stands for a different part of speech. Look at the clue side of an article card. It shows you the 3 words in our language that are articles: a, an, and the. The reverse side of the article card tells you that when one of these words appears in a sentence, it's an article. It also tells you that the symbol for an article is a check mark. And then it's going to go on and talk about the noun cards as well and what a noun is. And then it's going to let you know that you tell your child that you have this blank card, and it is used to mark any part of speech that we haven't learned yet. So we're focusing on articles and nouns. Every other part of speech is a blank card right now. So then we would do a lesson with our student. And so we would get out maybe a whiteboard like this and teach them a sentence that says, the boy and the girl saw a man eat an apple. Your child is going to build this sentence using these cards, and they have the example of that up here. So I will do that for you, show you how that works. Let me see if I can get this all in my screen. So can you see that? All right, so the first word here is the, and my child can look and go, is that an article? Is it a noun? Or is it something I haven't learned yet? Well, I see the right here. So there we go. There's the. Boy. Is boy here? Is it an a, an, or the? No. Is a boy a person, place, thing, or idea? Oh yeah, boy is a person. And is the next word in this sentence. Well, I don't see and on here. And isn't a person, place, thing, or idea, so I guess that must get a blank card. So I can try to fit all this in here. The next word is the. Well, I already know that the is right there on that red card, so I'm going to put it right there. Now, your child might not remember that these are articles and these are nouns. We're going to get to that in a minute. They are just looking to see, is the word in the sentence a, an, or the? If it is, put the red card. Is it a person, place, thing, or idea? If it is, put the white card. And if they don't know, they can say, hey, boy, can I have 2 boys? Can I say the boy? Okay, then I need to use that card. And then a blank card. So now we have the girl. I know girl is a person. Saw. Well, saw isn't on here, and I can't say that it's a person, place, thing, or idea. So I guess that's a blank card. Okay, the next one is A. Oh, that would be right there. I'm going to use that card. And man, oh, I know that's a person. That's that person right there. Eat. Well, gosh, I don't see eat here, and I don't think I can the number 2 eat or 3 eat or 4 eat. No, that doesn't make any sense. So that must be something that I haven't learned yet. Okay, and is the next one. Oh, I see it right here. It must need that card. An apple. Oh, I can have 2 apples or 3 apples, or I can say the apple. So I must use that card. So now your child has marked or laid out the cards for this sentence. So now what they're going to do is mark the sentence with, based on the parts of speech. So the first word is the. They're going to just flip this over and go, oh, the's an article, and I put a check above it. So then they would put a check above the. Then we'd flip this over. Oh, I see, boy is a noun, and I underline nouns. It just tells you right there on the card what you do. Yeah, I haven't learned this yet, so I'm going to skip over that one. The next one's right here. Oh, look, that's an article as well. Put a check above it. Okay, I'm going to flip this one over. Oh, look, girl is a noun, and it says I'm supposed to underline them. Haven't learned that word yet. Okay, A. That's an article as well. Man, that's a noun. I'm going to underline it. Haven't learned what eat is. An is an article. Going to put a check above it. And apple is a noun. I underline it. And as you can see, your child will start to learn, oh, the red cards are articles. They're a, an, and the, and I put checks above them. Oh, the white cards are nouns, and I underline them, and they'll start getting familiar with this process. And then they would move on to their workbook, and they would do this worksheet. And you might want to sit with them as they build maybe the first 3 sentences and mark them, and then they can do the rest on their own. If you have a really young child, you might just want to have them do maybe 1 or 2 together, and then maybe have them do 1 or 2 on their own, and then come back and do the rest of it another day. The great thing about homeschooling is that you use the curriculum the way that it's going to work best for your child. You don't have to do it the exact way that they tell you to do it. I certainly don't do things that way. I want to tweak things and adjust them so that they work the best for my child. So anyways, that is the Winston Grammar Program. I hope that explanation was helpful for you. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe so you'll be notified of new videos in the future, and I will see you guys again in another video. Bye-bye.